Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
They did it! The Philadelphia Eagles somehow, some way pull a trick out of the bag. The Philadelphia Eagles defeat the New York Giants by a score of 22-21 in a fourth quarter comeback thriller. The Eagles move to 2-4-1 on the season and now are, I guess, tied for first in the NFC Least, waiting to see what Dallas does. Holy crap! I'm trying to process what is going on right now. Because 10 minutes ago, there was 6 minutes left in this game. We went down 11, and I thought it was over. I started to feel my stomach tremble. The season was over. And somehow, some way, them boys woke up. Carson Wentz pulls a trick out of the bag, and the Eagles go down and score not once, but twice. They did it. I don't know what's going on right now. I mean, I was just getting ready to go completely absurd because this game was not well played at all. Doug Peterson was terrible in this game. So many bad things, but somehow the heroics of Carson Wentz, even though he was playing terrible, Carson Wentz pulls it out of the bag, and the Eagles win 22-21. I'm almost speechless. I don't know what else to say. Oh my gosh. There's so much to go over in this game. But, oh my gosh. How did we won the game? In a game that was played so poorly, the execution was terrible. I mean, the Giants gave us a chance to get right back in it, and Carson Wentz took it and ran with it. Boston Scott, baby. I told you he was going to emerge. Boston Scott comes to the rescue and comes out of nowhere and was unbelievable. The Eagles won this game, and I'm still trying to figure out how. I mean, all I can say is wow. I mean, Carson Wentz making throws off his back foot to Travis Fulgham, to Richard Rodgers, to Boston Scott. The Eagles get all the way down first. They score a touchdown. He throws it to Greg Ward. And then the Giants get the ball back. All they have to do is run out the clock. Evan Ingram drops a third down that was right in his hands. And the Eagles get one last opportunity. And they go down the field in like 5 plays. They go down the field in 5 plays. Pass interference. The refs were terrible in this game. But we go down the field in like 4 or 5 plays. I mean, big gains. They were letting us come down the field. And then we had 4 downs to win it. And I documented every single down because I wanted to remember. Fulgham had the PI call. We get a 1st and 10 at the Giants 20. Then we get a run by Boston Scott, 1st and goal. Then we get another 5-yard run by Scott. Then we throw a lob pass. I don't know why we keep throwing lob passes up. Incomplete. And then on 3rd and goal, we throw an incomplete but a flag for a holding. And we get 1st and goal from the 2 with 50 seconds left. And then on 1st and goal, Jason Kelce, the one guy who wasn't pitiful in the offensive line tonight, gets a face mask. And then on 1st and goal from the 18, Carson Wentz lobs it over to Boston Scott, who wrestles with his defender and makes the game-winning touchdown catch. And how ironic is it? How, just cornerstone is it that the Eagles end this game on a strip sack by who other than Brandon Graham, baby. BG comes through again. The D-line wasn't perfect tonight. Nothing on this Eagles team was perfect. But somehow we won this game. Wow. I can't, before we even analyze this game, I mean, I got to get some instant reactions. Let me know your live reaction. I mean, holy. I have a live reaction uploading, and I still can't believe we won this game. Oh my gosh. I'm sure RB about to go off on a dirty play on Djax. That was a terrible dirty play. The refs were atrocious. Look, I'm not going to say we would have won or lost because of the refs, but the refs were garbage. I mean, all right, you know what? Before we grill into Doug, we got to celebrate this win. But Doug Peterson is suspect. But we got to celebrate this. All I'll say is there was a PI on Hakeem Butler. There was a PI then called on Philly that was no PI on Cravon LeBlanc. And then in the end zone, Darius Slay gets pushed in the chest, nothing. But then the refs want to give us some calls on the last drive. So I'll take it. And we win. I mean, oh my gosh, man. I can't believe we only managed 22 points. It's crazy, man. I can't believe we won this game. My score prediction was 21-16, and they were about to get it right in the wrong direction. The strip sack should be named after Brandon Graham. BG 55, baby. I mean, it was so sweet. And I almost feel bad for Daniel Jones because he had the game sealed. The dude was huffing and puffing. I mean, this guy ran for an 80-yard run. And then he tripped over his own feet. It has been a long time since I felt how I feel right now about a game, man. Because the Eagles had their season flashed before their eyes. But I don't know how the last 2 weeks have ended in heartbreak. Trimming an 18-point lead, trimming a 17-point lead. But we come out here and we win this one. Again, I know it's against the stinking Giants, but what a win in the division. Wow. Wow. Thank God the Eagles won. I would die if they couldn't beat the Giants. I mean, I feel you. I was ready to go off and just call it a season, but they resurrected themselves. Wow. And there's still a lot to go good to talk about in terms of good and bad about this team. But, I mean, I can't believe we won this game. Because everything was going wrong. First off, we had a beautiful first drive of the game. I never saw anything like it. It was the best drive of the year. Wentz was 4 for 4. I mean, he was hitting every single guy. There was creativity, end around the Djax, curl route the Djax, carry the ball to Scott. Scott was so heavily involved. Oh my gosh. Carson Wentz ran for a touchdown again, his 5th of the year. Wentz finished with 359 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. There were some bonehead plays by Carson Wentz in this game, but he was getting hit left and right. The O-line was terrible. The D-line was terrible. The Giants started to adjust, and Doug Peterson didn't know what hit him upside the head. And boy, oh boy, we are lucky we won this game because Doug Peterson, Doug Peterson, was not going to get let off the hook. Because Doug Peterson, or the one play last week where he gets exposed for running a 2-point conversion on a quarterback sneak. What does he do this time? He runs it on a shotgun. Out of the gun, he runs Carson Wentz on a QB sneak and gets nothing. I mean, last week he exhausted his plays. This week he does the same thing, even worse. There's a lot to talk about. Hey, we got a new channel member up in the building, baby. So you know what that means. We got to give them a nice, warm welcome. Can I get a yes, sir, up in the chat? I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. I don't. Hold up. Let me give my guy the double air horn. Yes, sir. Demon Badger, welcome to the Fire Take Nation, baby. Shout out to all the channel members. I can't even sit still right now. I'm going nuts. Let me give you another air horn for that. Yes, sir. Welcome to Fire Take Nation, Demon Badger. Oh my gosh, man. I can't sit still. I don't know how the Eagles won this game. I don't get it. But they did it. Carson Wentz saw maybe his future in Philadelphia before his eyes. Oh my gosh. I mean, talk about a gritty rival game. I knew it would be close, a dogfight. I didn't know it would rip my heart out and then put it back in. Boston Scott, 12 carries, 46 yards on the ground, 3 catches and 46 yards in the air. And the game-winning touchdown. Carson Wentz throws a bomb to John Hightower late in the game, 59 yards. Travis Fulgham ended up having 73 yards, no touchdowns today, but still a productive game. The dude was fighting. Djax was productive. Obviously, he got hurt, but I mean, we did not play well at all. Our linebacker core was okay. Alex Singleton delivered some hits. Duke Riley delivered some nice tackles. Nathan Gary had a sack. When Nathan Gary has a sack and JJ Ortega-Whiteside makes a catch in the same game, you know it is in destiny. You know something good has to happen. Right now, I'm just trying to understand what just happened. But let me tell you, there's still some bad to look at in this game. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Wow. Wow. I don't know what else to say. I mean, in a game where the Eagles had lost all hope, we had 10 points with 6 minutes to go. And somehow we win this game. Let me read off the receiving yards in this game. 85 yards for Richard Rodgers, 73 for Fulgham, 59 for Hightower, 46 for Scott, 42 for Ward, 34 for Djax, and 12 for Clement. I mean, holy crap. But the Eagles won, and the Giants fell again. They can't beat us. We got their number. Oh my gosh. Why does every game have to be this dang close? I don't know. The pressure started to come at Danny Dimes, or I'm going to call him Danny Pennies, because he's broke. 3 sacks on Danny Dimes, but a lot of quarterback pressures, even though where's our run defense at? They had no running backs except Daniel Jones, and this man ran for 92 yards. Threw for 187. The Eagles end up winning the time of possession 32-27. But at one point, it was 14-3. Oh, my. We're going to get into some of the constructive criticism that is deserved from this game, but let me read some comments. RB, my guy, let's go. Bring on the Cowboys. Boston Scott is the hero. I tried to tell you guys this was the Boston Scott emergence game. There's people talking in Philly as if Boston Scott is some scrub. No, he's the giant killer. He's the Giants killer. And this man has not had the opportunity this year, but when you give him the ball in space, when you design some screens, it works. And with the game on the line, Carson Wentz can make a big throw to Boston Scott or Greg Ward or Travis Fulgham or one of these guys. I just don't get how a team can go from a first down, a first drive of the game, beauty, to looking so lost throughout a game and then pulling it together in the last 6 minutes. It's like these guys got hit with a baseball bat. It's like they woke up. Wow. What's up, RB? Glad we won. Happy to be in the celebration party. I don't even know how to feel about this game. Chill, y'all only won by a point. We're coming. We are coming. Boston Scott was epic. I feel we should have won by more than a point. That missed pass interference was pitiful. Hey, let me talk real quick, man, because I got some beef with Dougie P. First off, the first drive of the game, Carson's getting the ball out quick. Guys are in space, and everything is rocking well. Boston Scott's getting a lot of touches. D-Jax is heavily involved. And then what happens? For the rest of the first half, Boston Scott is nowhere to be found. And somehow, some way, the Eagles lose all creativity. Nothing is there. We get to the second half. We go for it on a fourth down. And we don't get it. We do not get it. And then what happens? We get the ball back. Guess what? We won the turnover battle. Remember what I said? If we win the turnover battle, we win the game. The 2 games this year, we've won the turnover battle. We win the game. 2 fumbles and a pick for Danny Jones. I'll just leave that out there. Beautiful interception by Jalen Mills. And then we get to the end of the first half, and Jake Elliott, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Jake Elliott, if you follow me on Twitter, Jake Elliott must be cut. He stinks. He's terrible. 3 weeks in a row, Jake Elliott misses a clutch field goal. This one was 29 yards, less than an extra point, and he misses. He misses. And then the Eagles can't put anything together in the third. And then in the fourth quarter, literally, when the one chance is given to the Eagles after Evan Ingram drops it, we go and put together 2 easy drives and win the game. And Doug Peterson, after the first touchdown, this is my beef. Last week, you said you exhausted your red zone plays, and that is why you ran the ball with Carson Wentz. It was a play action read, and he took it himself, an option. And Wentz takes it himself, barely gets the ball out, and doesn't get it. And we lose the game last week. And to this week, we go down, we score a touchdown. We're down by 5. We need 2 to come within 3. And you call the same play with Carson Wentz from the gun. From the gun, the shotgun. Carson Wentz was making plays with his feet, with his arm. And you call a read from the gun. And he doesn't get it. I mean, how bad do we have on the Hakeem Butler play? Yeah, it was pass interference, and I established that the refs were garbage. But guess what? on 4th and goal, you want to throw a 1 or 2 yard lob jump ball pass to the corner to Hakeem Butler, who has no targets on the season. That is the guy that you want to throw a lob to. Some of the decisions make no sense, but somehow we pull it out. We still got issues, though. Don't get it mistaken. Dude, I'm out on Doug. It's getting bad. He needs an OC. That's the one thing, man. If Doug Peterson does not have an offensive coordinator, we will not do anything. We will not do anything. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Dirty hit in D-Jax. Terrible hit on D-Jax. Wow. Whew. Philly Pop, what's going on? Woo-wee. What a finish. This was a typical Eagles versus Giants game. Somebody had to win. They gave us a chance, and we took advantage. Doug plays calling is killing us. Too many points left on the field. Way too many points. I mean, Carson has a beautiful drive. The Giants go 3 and out. And then for like 6 straight drives, we got 4 punts, an interception, a missed field goal. Carson Wentz, that interception was awful. He's running around. At one point in this game, the offensive line was so bad and Carson's decision-making was so bad, but I felt like Carson Wentz really had no grasp on anything. As soon as he got the snap, this man was spinning out of the pocket into more defenders. I mean, he was all over the place, wouldn't throw it away, must be addressed. And he was trying to play superhero ball on every single play. And he rolls out, and then he throws it. First, he throws one across the field to Travis, who luckily broke it up for him, or it would have been an interception. He throws it across his body off 1 foot to Travis. And then he goes and scrambles around and throws it into double coverage over John Hightower into the end zone, intercepted by Bradbury. I did not understand that. Like, why is he playing hero ball? Golden Tate had a touchdown in this game, cooked Cravon LeBlanc. Oh, man. I thought Jim Schwartz was all right. The defense played okay, but the run defense was nothing what I expected, especially against this team. Dion Lewis had a fumble that helped us out. Man, but some of this play calling is suspect. I can't believe we got this done, man. To me, this is on the late game heroics of Carson. He did not play a good game by any stretch, but he played damn good in the last 6 minutes. Brandon Graham is the next jersey I get for sure. Eagles easily could have 4 wins. Let's hit that like button. Smash that like button. By the way, guys, I have an actual game reaction uploading in the process right now. Because guess what? I recorded my reaction just in time. Just in time. Oh, man. Woo! We got a donation up in the chat. Robert Dredden. Appreciate the donation, my dude. Another hot L for the New Jersey Giants. The New Jersey Giants, they stink. And somehow they were about to take us down, but they didn't. But they didn't. Let me know right now in the chat, guys. How do you feel about this win? Because honestly, I'm still trying to process it. I don't know if I should feel good. I feel like I should feel good for the moment and then go back and analyze everything that went wrong in this game. Because there was a lot. I was screaming at one point. Because it's unacceptable, some of the things that I'm seeing. Wow. Thursday night football, black jerseys, prime time, and it is literally a I don't even know how to describe the game. It was disgusting, it was dirty, but we got it done. I mean, we got it done. I don't know how. Oh my gosh. And again, I'm literally uploading my live game reaction right now. Let me know though in the chat. How do you like, what is your overall take on this game? And let me know if I missed anything. I know I went fast, but like I'm trying to still get a grasp here. Like this is insane. I can't believe we won this game. But we had to. Again, I said if we did not win this game, it would have felt just like the game last year against the Dolphins. Like literally with 3 minutes left, I'm losing hope on the season. It's insane, man. Wow. Wow. Woo! Give me 1 second, y'all. Who else had a good game? Because there was a lot. Duke Riley had a nice game. Jalen Mills actually had a good game. Woo! Holy. I like this comment. Did Doug run out of 2-point conversion plays? We suck on short yardage. Honestly, I don't know. But people were joking with me about it because how do you call the same damn play, man? I don't get it at all. I mean, a lot of his shortcomings will be overlooked, but at the same time, we can't overlook them because if this was any other team, we probably lose. Crazy, man. Wow. Can Grugier Hill be our new kicker? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love it. Shout out to the channel members, baby. I was cussing at the TV all night. Cop Pizzle is going to shave his head, and I'm glad about it. Take it like a man. Take it on the chin, baby. I don't see any of those delusional Giants fans up in here talking their stuff. Where are they? They were probably they probably had a bunch of tweets saved up in their drafts, and then what happened? It went to nothing. That was McNabb Vic-esque athleticism on that rollout and throw. That's what I like. I feel so bad for D-Jax. Hey, man, that was a dirty hit. The NFL must look at that. They must look at this entire game because, again, the refs were terrible. Almost cost us the game partly. They were bad. I mean, holy. What is your guys' overall take on Carson Wentz's game? What up, RB? Came away with the dub. I don't feel too good about it at all. D-Jax went down. Oh, man. It did not look good, man. Wentz is the man. RB repping with the jersey. I hate to say this again, but my blood pressure is taking a toll on me, but we win. The prayers went up and the hand came down. Shout out to BG. He solidified that dub for the team. We're always beating the Giants on some BS. Honestly, man. Like, I don't get it. It's almost like there was no way. I would love to know the win probability at the end of this game with 5 minutes to go. And somehow we pull it out. That's crazy. I just uploaded my reaction, my live reaction to Carson Wentz's game-winning touchdown and us winning the game. Wow. I don't know what you guys saw, but I saw Boston Scott go away after his impressive first drive, but Doug had no choice but to use that guy. He had no choice. Wow. RB, do you think this game had bad refs to the extent it made the Eagles only win by 1? The refs were terrible. Love the Greg Ward TD. Got him in motion and nice throw from Carson. Need more creative plays like this in short yardage. Talking to you, Doug. Absolutely. And here's what I'll tell you, man. At the end of the day, there was just some questionable plays. Like there was a span, I think it was 2 or 3 plays in a row where we're trying to lob it up to D-Jax in the end zone. I mean, no, that's not the right personnel, not the right situation. And honestly, my biggest takeaway from this game is that Doug Peterson needs a dang OC. We got all these assistants, and what are they doing? I would love to know. I would love to know. I think in the fourth quarter, Carson calls his own plays, and that's why he did so good in the last minute. Doug play calling is shaky. Doug's play calling is very suspect at this point. And I know it's late, so shout out to everybody that is up in the chat, man. Let me know your instant thoughts and reactions. Because we've been talking for 30 minutes, and I'm still trying to figure out how we won this game. The Giants, literally, Wayne Gallman had 34 yards and a touchdown, but came alive very late. Literally, Daniel Jones was their thrower and their runner in this game. And as soon as the Giants, they had the game won. Both teams had a lot of receivers go off tonight. Not really the game I expected in terms of the success in terms of throwing the ball. But man. And then on the last drive, before we get the ball back, the defense let up 2 long runs of 14 and 11 yards. And at that point, I'm like, no. Wow. At one point in the fourth quarter in this game, the Eagles led by having 17 first downs while the Giants had 8. And we had the time of possession 30 minutes to 17. And we were still down. That's bad. This is just one of those games where it doesn't make sense. But we won. Brandon Graham with that sack, man. He's like 3rd or 4th in the league. Barnett had a sack. Mills with the, I mean, when Jalen Mills has an interception, Nate Gerry has a sack, and JJ has a catch. I mean, there's just no other circumstance. Like, you have to win the game, right? Cowboy fan, Jim disappointed me. The run D was bad and should have blitzed more on the left side with weak rookie. I agree. Now, there were some good blitzes I saw. There were some designs. There were some late safety blitzes. I saw Jalen Mills in there a couple times. I saw Cravon get sent a couple times. Here's my thing, though. There was a lot of pressure up front, and at one point in this game, you're getting a lot of pressure, but Danny is starting to flush out of the pocket. He's starting to roll out, so you need to bring guys from the end. And as soon as he brings Nate Gerry, Daniel Jones crumples up like a cookie. Woo! The last consistent kicker we had was David Akers. I agree, man. Jake Elliott is not it. He must go because he will again cost us in a costly moment. Honestly. Teal City says, wasn't there a member of the U.S. women's soccer team that tried out for the Eagles last year? You can ask her if she's available. She tried out, and she was good. Fire Jim Schwartz. Our run D was bad. But at the same time, Jim wasn't even the main culprit of the game. It was Doug. Doug needs help. We need an offensive coordinator. There's no doubt about it. That is my main takeaway from this game. Doug ran RPO at the goal line at least 4 times. Look, I will not excuse Doug's. I mean, how do you call the same play as you did last week, and this time you make it worse by putting Carson in the gun? I mean, let the guy throw the ball. Or if you're going to do that, at least put Jalen Hurts in. Oh, my gosh. Too predictable, man. Doug really snuck it. Honestly, I'm telling you, and I said this earlier in the week, if the Philadelphia Eagles lost this game, somebody would have been fired. They lucked out. Because somebody would have been gone. You could hear, I could literally hear with like 7,500 fans on the TV. I mean, the boos were raining down in Philly. Jake Elliott, Doug, Carson. Man. This team is a mess. I want to know how the defense lets a quarterback run 80 yards on them. How do they do that? Oh, man. I don't really think any aspect of this team was good today, and we won. It's crazy. If we could just do the little things right, this team would be so, we could be good, and if we were healthy. Didn't even have over 100 rushing yards, 96 rushing yards, and 346 passing yards. And Carson threw the ball 43 times, which at one point late in the third, I think he had like 35. And it was way too much, man. Can't let him throw the ball that much. And he was making bad decisions, and we just kept on throwing it. 17 more plays. And we ended up having the ball for 4 more minutes. But at one point, it was almost 15 minutes more. Oh, man. Good point here. I see someone said, did you talk about Doug forgetting to throw the challenge flag? That's another one. How do you throw the challenge flag so late? And the refs, again, I'm not going to say we would have won or lost because of the refs. They were garbage. Terrible. But we didn't help out at all. But really, how did they not see that guy's knee down? I think it was Sterling Shepard. How do you not see his knee down? And Doug tries to throw the challenge but does it too late? And one thing I've noticed this season that is terrible, that's usually been good under Jim Schwartz, is our goal line stops, our red zone defense. But we are just an open turnstile right now when teams get in our red zone. It's bad. We were 3 for 8 in the red zone. That is brutal. We were 1 for 5 until the fourth quarter. But somehow, some way, we get it done. I can't believe Carson threw that ball in a tight window and Scott won the battle with his defender on first and goal from the 18. The Giants defense kind of let up, to be honest. They were playing a nice zone. They were playing contain, honestly. Like they were keeping us in front the entire game. After that first drive, on a 3rd and 10, a 3rd and 12, they were keeping us. They were playing perfectly. Blake Martinez was all over. I mean, the dude was tackling everybody. They have some good pieces. And their D linemen, I saw Leonard Williams in there. I saw Lawrence. They were just all over us, man. I mean, our D line, this was probably the worst game I've seen in a while. The only guy that was playing okay was Jason Kelsey, and then he got a face mask, which almost cost us the game again. But man, our O-line has some work to do. They were just bad. Lane Johnson couldn't even stay on the field. So many injuries. Nate Gary went off. Did you see that sack? RB, I know why our D-line didn't do as good as expected. Jim had okay play calling. Our D-line is better when we put 5 up front. Yeah, we try to rush 4, though, a lot. But we just can't get the pressure, Nate Gary was surprised he found a quarterback. There were still some bad Nate Gary plays, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt given the fact that he made some decent plays. But it was more so Duke Riley that impressed me tonight. Ingram is awful. Demon, he is awful. Terrible. I still don't know how to feel about this game. Like, literally until the last couple minutes, I was ready to just call it quits, man. Wow. Wow. Crazy, man. Giants defense blew it, played sloppy, and too many flags on them at the end. Yeah, they were not playing good. I know there's going to be people. Look, I know there's going to be people around that say, you know what? Carson's a hero. Carson led this comeback. Look, I'm still going to say Carson's my guy, but there's still a lot to be fixed, man. This was the New York stinking Giants, and we had to pull it out like this. Maybe we're a team that just wins close games. But, I mean, I don't know. Jim Schwartz off man coverage when we have one of the best press corners back. Exactly. And it blows my mind. I wrote this one thing down. There was this one set of events where it was a 3rd and 6. Jim Schwartz calls a zone defense. We get exploited. The next play, he comes back, and it was a 3rd down again, 3rd and 7. He does a press, kind of a press zone, but he played up. Like, he actually played up. And what happens? We force an interception. Mills puts his arms under the ball and brings it in. I mean, it's simple. It's simple, man. We got the personnel. Send the house, man. And he did a good amount of times, but sometimes I didn't like some of the designs of the blitzes. There were some good ones, but some of the time there was just no pressure from the outside. I don't know. I might be taller than Boston Scott, but Boston is the hero. Look, I tried to tell everybody Boston was going to emerge. I know what I saw last season against the Giants, what Boston Scott had in his arsenal. And everybody was so quick to give up on him, even Doug Peterson, because Doug doesn't like to run the ball. Well, guess what? Boston Scott can play. The dude needs touches. The dude needs touches. All right? Tired of Boston Scott getting disrespected. He's everything we could have hoped for a guy that fell into our lap. I'm a massive homer, but this game was awful. I agree. This was an awful game. We can be excited at first that it was a big comeback win, but this is a game we should have won. It doesn't matter who we have out on the field. We should have won this game handily. Good luck the rest of the season. Appreciate that. Play more Boston Scott. I'm telling you, Boston is the guy. I've been saying it all year. Zachary, what's going on? I would trade Jake Elliott and Al Horford for a bunch to the face. Exactly. Elliott can't make a field goal with game on the line. Look, Elliott stinks. How many games now is he going to cost us? It's been pretty much 3 in a row. The Hines 57-yarder, the 52-yarder last week, and this one. It can't happen, Jake. A 29-yarder? Are you kidding me? What if the season was on the line and he did that? I don't think he'd make it out of Philadelphia. Peterson needs to run the ball with a running back when they went for 2. Wentz can't get 1 yard. I don't understand. Look, you even got a flag, and the ball was pushed up to the 1 yard line, and he goes for a quarterback sneak. I don't understand. Is this man like gun shy or what? I don't understand. Doug cannot call plays anymore. That Daniel Jones run, though. Hey, you're back. The Giants fans, some of them might show their face, but I know they're crying right now. They must be crying. That was the best play of your game. He should have went for the field goal, would have made the game more comfortable. Look, if you take, when we were down 21-10, all I could help but think of is Jake Elliott's missed field goal and Carson Wentz's interception. That's 6 points right there. Not only did Carson throw a bad pick, but he throws it and wastes 3 points. It would have been 21-16 already. The first touchdown would have sealed it. Things you got to clean up, man. There's things you got to clean up. If we play this way against Seattle, we're going to get doored. Jim can't keep having the corners playoff man coverage. I agree. D-Jack's injury blew my stuff. Yeah, that was a dirty. I don't know what number was the guy for the Giants, but I don't even know who it was. But dang, that was a dirty hit. And the NFL must look at that. Of course, they won't give any punishment because it's the Eagles. But I mean, oh my gosh, 6:17 left, and the Giants were up 11 points. I don't know how we do this. It's like we just become a different team in the last 5 minutes of a game. I'm just mad we can't stay consistent on any side of the ball. It's flippy floppy. Every week it is. Every week. This whole division is bad. Wentz had a 55 QBR. I mean, honestly, Carson Wentz did not play good this game until the last 6 minutes. The first drive, the beginning and the end of the game is when Carson played good. Everything else in between was bad. But I feel like it's not all his fault because some of it is the play calling. Like Carson Wentz, they're asking this guy to drop back on first down and look for a guy 20 yards down the field. Now, there was plays where, he missed Fulgham on a third down when he could have probably hit him. There's other plays. But you cannot put your quarterback in a situation like that. And I'm tired of Doug. Look, I was talking about this earlier, right? When we had Nick Foles, what did we do? We simplified the playbook. We made it easier for Nick. How come with Carson Wentz, we try to make the game so hard? Why do we try to make it so hard? I don't understand. I'm giving Carson a B-, would have been a C, but he went into comeback mode, did his thing, and so the female soccer player was Carly Lloyd. Yep. Carly Lloyd has a foot. O-line is still playing terrible. They're terrible. Rodgers was a dog. Look, I was excited when we picked up Rodgers just because he knew the system. Just because he's been a third tight end in the system, but he knows how this offense likes to run. We get rid of Brett Brown just to get a football version of him. That's funny. Cop Pizzle having a moment right now. Tell Cop Pizzle he stinks. He wants to talk all that smack. Shave your head, you farmer. Shave your head. You stink. How'd you miss a 29-yard field goal? Shaking my head. Fire him today. Fire this man. Get Jake Elliott long out of town. And you know what's crazy? As soon as I made a Twitter video going off. And then I look up Jake Elliott's contract because I remember he got extended last year. And if you remember, it's funny how Jake Elliott literally started doing bad since he got extended, like the day after. Jake Elliott's contract is $21 million. And if the Eagles cut him, it's $8 million in dead cap. We can't afford that. So it's like, what do you do, man? And Jake Elliott is nowhere deserves to be one of the top paid kickers. He's bad. Cop Pizzle's in the middle of a 35-minute cursing out of Ingram. Hey, I'm about to go in his stream right here and tell him to stop crying. I told him to take his L. Screw it, put Hurts at kicker. Hey, Rican legend. Hey, listen to me. Here's my proposal. Let me know what you think up in the chat, right? What if the Philadelphia Eagles have a dedicated segment at practice where they can literally just practice 2-point conversions? What if they just have a 2-point conversion 20-minute practice session and they just forget a kicker? Just forget them except for kickoffs. You can get anyone to kick kickoffs. What if they just only go for 2 points and we just get really good at it? Right? I mean, might as well. Cop Pizzle sounds like he's about to cry a tear. Cry a tear for me. That's great.
Big success tonight. I can't thank you guys enough.
This man is crying. He's crying. Keep crying, you farmer. Oh, man. Whew. Eagles need to look at Kai Forbath from the Rams. Was solid at the end of the season. Doug P can't call plays. He's terrible at calling plays outside of the first drive. Doug thought it was 2010 putting D-Jax out for the punt return. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, why is D-Jax out here? Not even Boston or Greg. I hope Dallas loses Sunday to Washington. Dallas is going to lose, man. I can already feel it. What's going on? This wouldn't be a problem if Alshon was playing. It's the kicker's fault. We're trying too hard to replicate 2017. Hey, Here's the problem. We're trying to replicate 2017 in terms of being aggressive. But guess what? We don't have the play design. We're not as creative. And I got to ask you guys one question. And I'm going to read your answers to the 2-point conversion thing. But hey, is it so hard for Doug Peterson, right? Because we know last year this man came out and publicly stated that Mike Groh and Carson Wentz would be back. And then the next day, they were gone. And the Eagles hired a bunch of offensive assistants who I'm still wondering what they're doing besides getting free healthcare and lunch. And right, is it so non-obvious to Doug Peterson that he needs to give his play calling duties up? I mean, regress. I mean, get away from the playbook. First you say we run out of plays. Now what? Now what is your excuse? I mean, honestly, man, are you that stubborn that you won't give it up? Give your play calling duties up. You're not set for it right now. Before Frank Reich would design the ultimate play, Doug just had to dial it up. But apparently, I just don't see enough creativity. Eagles drafted Whiteside for 50-50 catches. Doug never called for a fade. No, we call a fade the D-Jacks and Hakeem Butler, who literally did not have a target this year. I mean, that was a bonehead 4th and goal play. Instead of calling a quarterback sneak, he calls a fade. I mean, we could have done anything else. Anything. Especially with Carson being mobile. I don't know if we can maintain a lead if we ever had one. Doug doesn't know how to run plays. I didn't think so, especially in the first half. I thought the offensive line played great. I don't know. I didn't think the offensive line played well after the first drive, honestly. Now, some of it was bad offensive line play, but like I said, some of it was just Carson Wentz. I mean, it just felt, to me, it looked like Carson felt like he was going to get bum rushed every play and was just running for his life. RB, if you're in a position to make one change to the team, what's the first move you make? I get an OC in here that knows what he's doing. I would get an OC up in here. Peterson really trying to justify the Hurts pick. I still don't understand. Like, yeah, it's nice what we're doing with Jalen Hurts and everything. Give a little spark here and there. But at the end of the day, this guy is a 2nd-round pick who we're questioning. Is he the future maybe? Like, what is he? And he could get hurt being out there doing what he's doing. A 2nd-round pick, though, like, I don't get it. Even though I'm a Cowboy fan, beating the Giants is not an achievement. Hey, how about you win a game? Win a game. Being fair, Ingram did need to make that catch. If he made it, all of us here would be cursing out this team. Exactly. I mean, I don't know how he dropped that. That was the game. And who was it on him? I think it was LeBlanc. It was either LeBlanc or Coleman got burned. I don't know. Shout out to Philly girl in the chat. What's going on? Can we get this to 100 likes? We got 67 likes up in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. We're here after the Eagles win 22-21. We advanced to 2-4-1, and I don't know. I don't even know what happened, honestly. It's all a blur. And by the way, if you guys are in here and if you're interested, first off, once we're done here, I dropped a live game reaction of the Eagles winning against the Giants. Second off, I'm planning to do something special this upcoming week for the Eagles in Dallas. Like, I'm talking live call-ins, a lot of interesting stuff. So definitely be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe. Stay up to date because we got a lot of cool things coming. We got 71 likes in the chat. Smash that like button. Maybe we'll get some of the competition up in here because I know they're crying. I know they're salty. All those Giants fans that were talking smack, where are they? Where are they? And I can't wait to see Cop Pizzle shave his head. I'm a Cowboys fan, but Eagles players are one of the most persistent teams in the league. Even when beaten, they still don't give up. That's what helped them win this game. That's a good point. I mean, that you cannot question the toughness and leadership of Wentz and of these guys late in the game. I mean, it just comes out of nowhere. Like, my thing is just, if you can play that way in 5 minutes of football, why can't you play that way throughout the game? It's like the light bulb goes off, you know? It's crazy. To go for 2 points, we should start by letting Wentz throw the ball. Exactly. I don't understand what's going through Doug's head. Like, is he just that bad, or is he trying to outsmart himself? I don't know, man. We've been in here for an hour, by the way. Shout out to everybody. 75 in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Oh, you guys are some real ones. I mean, it's late. It's late, but we're up, celebrate. We'll probably be on here for another 15 minutes. Get some final thoughts. I feel like I covered everything. At the end of the day, we did not play well in any aspect until the last 5 minutes. And then we won the game. But maybe that's all you had to do to beat this team, right? Crazy, man. Daniel Jones tackled himself. That was funny. Why do we ruin all our kickers? Cody Parkey and then Jake Elliott. I don't know, man. I don't understand why we don't run the ball. I don't know why we keep getting away from the run. Boston Scott had 12 carries. And Wentz had 7 for 14 yards and a touchdown. Man, Richard Rodgers, 85 yards. I didn't even know. Richard Rodgers has been balling, man. Crazy. It's just like, as Carson Wentz starts to know his receivers less, we just do better. Crazy. Rick Bennett, my channel member, my gosh, his bad dog went ballistic. It was fun watching. I bet those Giants content creators, I mean, to blow a lead like that, that is strictly on you giving up, man. It's crazy. Let's beat the Giants once again on 11-15, make it 2-0. Hey, we're going to have to win these next few. We got Dallas next week. We got to beat Dallas. And I know we could beat the Giants again. But man, oh man. We got 2 big games coming up. We got to win these games. Doug's trying too hard to beat Andy Reid, and he's flopped completely. I agree. Common sense says he should give it up, but he wants the power since he's a coach. And exactly, man. Like, you got to delegate. You're not good enough at play calling. Shout out to everybody up in the chat. Like I said earlier, this upcoming week, like, you know, I got some Sixers content coming, but hey, I'm going to do something special for Eagles Dallas week. I know we got a lot of Cowboys fans here too. We're going to do something special, man. Something real special. Hopefully we can win the next 2 games. We have to. Edwin says, you hit it on the button. Frank Reich, bro, we have to run the ball. Look, I've been saying, how many weeks have I been saying this, guys? We got to run the ball, man. I mean, even Huntley had a couple nice carries. Clement looked at least sharp. And then it just goes away. Wentz can't throw the ball over 40 times. That can't happen. Eagles show up in prime time, it feels like it. I mean, yeah, man. When the lights shine, when teams start to doubt us, I mean, everyone was doubting us, even me, in the last couple minutes, and we pull it out, man. Man, if Schwartz could run a defense and Doug could call a play, we'd be 4-2. Exactly. If we were just consistent. And imagine if we had a couple of our dudes back. I mean, imagine if Rieger and Goddard comes back and Travis keeps playing like this. And Richard Rodgers can play. I mean, this team can do a lot. We got a lot of weapons, but you can't have a guy explode and then disappear into thin air. Like, it can't happen. You know what I mean? And it's like Doug just has these lapses where he just tends to lose sight. Crazy, man. That tie is really coming in handy. It's crazy. We might win the division based on a tie with the Bengals. Are the Eagles the number one in the NFC Least? Yeah, I mean, technically right now, I think they have us in first because we didn't lose an extra game. But we got to see what happens with Dallas. Either way, this whole division's bad. I'm going to sleep knowing we're number one. Peace, RB. Thanks for the entertainment. Shout out to my guy, Sean McQuestion. Have a good night, bro. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let's get it to 100 likes before we get up out of here. We cut Sydney, but kept LeBlanc. Makes no sense. At least try and justify picking him. It's not even about who we keep, man. It's how we use them. Like, everybody thought, Nikel Roby-Coleman was some slot god. Jim's not using them right. It's just like, I don't know. Guys leave here and they're studs. Think we need to hire Dan Quinn or similarly to a Frank Reich. Yeah, Dan Quinn would be a good offensive coordinator. Maybe. Probably a good defensive coordinator, as he was for the Seahawks. It's easy because Carson runs his own plays in the fourth. I don't know. I mean, there was even a lot of up-tempo that was just like, dang. A win's a win, but Doug needs to improve on his decision-making. Eagles fortunate to win due to Giants' lack of luck late in the game. Jones got tackled by Casper, the friendly ghost. Yeah. Like I said, we did not play well at all this game. Probably should have lost. We got to play like we do in the last 5 minutes of a game. I mean, it happens every week. It's literally the last 3 weeks. It's crazy. Shaking my head. Y'all got lucky winning this game. If we didn't have our punter as a tight end, cost a playoff spot. Hold your L. Just want to say I'm a Saints fan, but I was born in friendly banter rivalry. That's what we do up on this channel, man. Talk, debate, have fun. You know the vibe. You know the vibe. Hey, man. Looking back at this game tomorrow, it's going to be a lot more critical on my final thoughts vid. But, hey. Just going to say I'm a Saints fan, born and raised in Philly, so it frustrates me when the Eagles underperform. Philly for life. Hey, man. I hear you. Philly was getting ready to erupt. I'm telling you, we were getting ready to write off the season. If we lost this game, we wouldn't have been out of it. But, sheesh. Not pretty. Eagle DBs couldn't handle the wide receivers for the Giants. What makes you think the DBs can handle the Cowboys wide receivers? Let me ask you something. What makes you think your defense can handle anything? Honestly. I mean, right now, the Dallas Cowboys are on pace for the worst defense of all time. Of all time. They couldn't catch a cold. Yep. All respect, love our rivalry. Nothing better than the Cowboys and Eagles. Exactly, man. We have some fun up in here. We debate. Definitely, bro. Appreciate you. Who do you want to trade for before the deadline? Hey, I'm going to have a video coming out on this. Honestly, I think that this could be a win-win situation. I don't think we have to be buyers. Our young guys have shown me a lot, to be honest. They've shown me a lot. Dan Quinn and defense shouldn't be in the same sentence. Just subscribe to you. Appreciate that, my dude. Hit that subscribe. Hit that like button. Let's get this to 100 likes, man. Philly 559 says, ugly win. I agree, bro. Shout out to Jim Schwartz in the chat, baby. Hey, if you guys got something to say, if you got, a bone to pick with Jim himself, Jim's all yours. Appreciate that donation, my guy, Jimmy Schwartz. What's going on, Jim Schwartz? I would love to know what you're thinking with some of these zone defenses. I would love to know where our run defense was tonight. But I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you, even with that plain look. Hey, you remember me? That was an ugly win. Hey, you remember me? Yeah, I know you do. That was a win. It was a win. Something you guys haven't sniffed in a few weeks. And you shouldn't have one at all. Yeah. Get ready for this next week, too. It's going to be a lot of fun. We need Miles Sanders back. You're not kidding. At the same time, part of me is like, I don't want to see any of Boston Scott's snaps go away. I mean, this guy's special. Special. We're beating y'all next week. You need to focus on this week, buddy. Focus on this week. Because if you lose to that Washington football team, oh man. I remember what they said week 1. I remember. You need to worry about stopping whoever they throw out there at quarterback. That's what you need to worry about, my guy. We're 15 likes away, baby. Let's get that big 100, baby. Let's go, man. Cowboys D gives up 30 points a game. They stink. They're terrible. Again, Jim Schwartz up in the chat. Give them your thoughts. What's going on, Jim? You better be good next week, my guy. Cowboys defense is as good as Aguilar's hands. Y'all have injuries in the O-line like Washington O-line. Andrew Thomas sucks. I don't watch a lot of football, but what happened after 2017? What do you mean? In terms of the Eagles? Or what? Frank Reich. For real, who you got at the trade deadline? I don't know. I don't want to be big spenders. Because quite frankly, I don't know if this team can go all the way. But we'll see. I would love to move some contracts. Please consider bringing up an extra blitzer or two. Keep up the Eagles content, RB. Like your video on live stream. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate all the support, yo. We got some special things coming. I'm telling you guys, we got some special things coming. Again, it is 1:08 in the morning. Again, I don't know how we won the game, but we did it. I can't believe we did. I want Frank Reich back. He had a perfect offense. He designed the plays well, man. He really did. Our defense played good last week. Zeke threw the game. Our defense played good? What game were you watching? Come on, man. I'm in the building. Eagles win. What's going on? Key in the building. True, Falcons choke, but Eagles won't choke. Tell Evan Ingram thanks. Thank you, Evan Ingram, for your kind donation. Thank you, Evan Ingram. Shout out to Evan Ingram. We need to look into wide receiver John Miner out of TCU. Think Marvin Harrison. There you go. I liked, man. Appreciate that. I think we're like 10 likes away from a hundo. Let's get it up there. DJ Eastwood thinks Boston Scott stinks. Wonder what he thinks now. Look, I've been saying it all along. Boston Scott is good. He's a good complimentary back. I don't know what we've been waiting for. Just got to give the guy opportunity. Just got to give him a chance. He's tough for a little guy. I'll tell you that. ASMR me of everything. What's going on? What's going on? Celebrating an ugly Eagles win. A very, very ugly Eagles win. Man. What happened to the Eagles? Didn't they win the Super Bowl in 18? We won it in 17, like the year 2018. Then we went to the playoffs, second round, lost. Went to the first round last year, lost. So Common denominators, we get injured every year. That's the thing. I know it's only the Giants, but I'm happy. Hey, you got to be happy about a win. Every game in the NFL is a hard win, so you got to be happy, You got to be happy. Kashawn Wright, what's going on? Let's go, RB. Fly, Eagles, fly. We are going to fly, man. I told you we were going to fly over them stinking New York Giants. And I'm happy that Cop Pizzle is crying right now. That bad dog is pissed off because I would be as well. They stink. This whole division is bad. Let's make it a historic year. Let's win the division with like 3 wins, with 4 wins. Let's do it. Who cares? We should trade down in the draft and dump Elliott and Alshon. They both there. I mean, we got to get Elliott. We might have to get Elliott out quicker than that. He's bad. Who's even available on a free agent kicker market right now? I mean, I'll take anyone. Like, it cannot be this bad. This man has one job every game. Can't do it. Man, oh man. Washington has Kyle Allen. If he doesn't play, Alex Smith would. Hey, either one of them is going to torch the Cowboys defense. You heard it here first. I may even live stream that and just have fun with it. Man. All right, so let me get some final thoughts in here. What is your final take on this game? Again, I'll have a final thoughts vid up tomorrow. I keep thinking tomorrow's Monday, but it's Friday. And yeah, I'll have a final thoughts vid up going into next week. I'll be announcing, guys. So listen up. I'll be announcing some things on my community post. There's going to be a way that I'm going to figure out for people to call in. We're going to have a big stream next week with call-ins, live Eagles, Cowboys, talking smack. It's going to be lit up in this chat. Let me just say that. It's going to be lit next week. There's going to be a lot of smack talking, but we're ready. Eagles are 7 for 25 on third down combined in the last 2 weeks. That's bad. Bad. 3 for 8 in the red zone tonight, and we win. Crazy. Defense started out good, then they slowed down. They were on the field too much due to turnovers. 9 more, baby. 9 more. Let's go, man. 8 more. Carson Wentz is elite. I don't care what anybody says. Our defense did play good. That's what I think. I think they played all right. Situational football has got to be much better, though. Boston Scott's a solid role player, in my opinion. He's good with space and can make plays out of the backfield. That's what he's for, honestly. That's really what he is for. And he's tough, so I love him. I miss having LeGarrette Blount. That was my dude, man. We need that bruiser in the backfield. Trade Alshon Ertz for Least D Jackson. Tank the rest of the season for the Clemson kid, Trevor Lawrence. Are we in first place? Technically, I believe we are. RD put us in situations to win the game early. Carson threw a pick and missed field goal in the red zone. Yeah, that pick and that missed field goal was bad. And again, Doug Peterson did not have a good game at all. But we'll read some more of these. Get some final takes up in here. Then we'll get off. We got 90 up in the chat. We are, I think, like 7 likes from a hundo. So let's go ahead and get that real quick. Hit that subscribe if you're new. Ding that notification bell. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody up in here, man. It's late. It is late. You think Cowboys fans are going to talk smack when I'm at? Of course they are. We're going to be back and forth. Look, I'm telling you, this is my first Eagles Dallas week on YouTube. My first video ever was 10 months ago when we beat the Cowboys to win the division pretty much. But let me tell you, man, Now this is like a whole prep week. Like there's going to be a lot of smack talking, and I'm ready for it. I am ready. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready. Win the division with 3 wins and knock out the wild card challenger. Let's go. I love it. Refreshing, man. Whew, I might have to go back and watch them last couple drives. I still can't believe it. We can't stick with the run because we have 6-string guards next to Kelsey. I miss Sayamalo. I owe you a Christmas card. B. Brooks. Hey, man, you still got to at least keep them honest, but I hear you, man. Our O-line was bad. They were bad. We deserve to get humiliated if Cowboys lose to Washington. Dak carried the whole team. Good point. Eagles had a worse offense than Dallas last year and still won the division. Exactly. Please live stream the Cowboys. I'll be here so quick before you leave. Hey, man, I live streamed that other game at halftime. Watched them Cowboys get embarrassed. They were embarrassed. They were crying up in the chat. I loved it. Love watching Cowboys fans cry. This team has caused me to age by 20 years these last 2 seasons. I hear you, man. I hear you. Carson is elite. Doug doesn't know what the heck he's doing. Evan Ingram sucks. Sums the game up practically. That's a good way to put it, man. Look, them Giants fans already hated Evan Ingram. I can't imagine what they're saying now, especially that farmer. We got to get rid of Jake Elliott. Straight trash. Doo-doo, man. Get him out of here. He stinks, man. He stinks. Wentz is kind of boring, to be honest. I don't even know what that means. Too late to think about it. 2-4-1. We're chilling on top. LOL. Boston Scott needs to play the same game in week 8. Scott's ready, man. Shout out to Nitro Freak up in the chat, man. Great content creator. Go ahead and sub him up if you have not yet. My guy made him talk, but he says, we won, but let's be real. We stink. Hey, Nitro. You're not going to get any rebuttal from me. I mean, look, we've been talking for an hour and a half, and we talked about all the bad, and I'm still trying to understand how we won this game. Like, most of the stats, beside the turnover battle, which is huge and everything, but like Doug coached a terrible game. Wentz was all over the place until the last 5 minutes, and we didn't even wake up. I guess that's what you got to do to beat the Giants, but like, I hear you, Nitro. I mean, I agree. Like, this is a bad football team, but hey, let's win look, my next declaration is for us to win the division with 5 wins. Let's do something that's never been done. Let's win with 5 wins. I mean, screw it, man. Appreciate you, Nitro Freak. Again, sub him up if you guys have not yet. Nitro Freak up in the chat, man. And we got another donation up in here. Philly Mike, Philly Talk Podcast, another one of my dudes, man. Sub him up if you have not yet. I'm sure you guys have. Great content creator. Hoping to collab with him soon. My guy, me and him, we're trying to get something together. Philly Mike says, hit you up, bro. Good win. I got you, man. In a little bit. About to get up off here. Shout out to Philly Mike, man. I would love. Hey, Philly Mike and Nitro, if you guys are in the chat, what is your guys' take on this game? I mean, Nitro kind of said his, but I still don't know how we won this game. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, we literally played 5 good minutes of football and 1 drive at the beginning of the game. And somehow we won. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, the season was hanging in a balance with 5 minutes to go. And I didn't think we were going to come back, but crazy, man. Appreciate that donation. Shout out to everybody up in here, man. I mean, it's late. Shout out everybody in here supporting. Oh, man. Philly Mike, he's going to have a good day at work tomorrow. I know it would have been hard to get up after a bad loss. D-Jax might be out the rest of the year. He probably will be. It did not look good at all, to be honest. Good night, RB. Look forward to the recap tomorrow. Fly, Eagles, fly. Shout out to you, Rick. Appreciate that. We have the best tight end room in the NFL. Rodgers is a starter on most teams. I think he's good as a depth piece, to be honest. Great win for you guys, 49ers. Appreciate that. Nitro says, I agree. Let's go 5-11-1. Hey, be the biggest underdogs ever. Why not? Ugly, but it's the Giants. You're right, man. You're right. But hey, somehow we won this game. My take is Doug ran his course in this city. Thanks for the title, but it's time to move on. It's getting hot up in here, baby. The hot takes are coming. They are coming, man. I hear you, Nitro. I mean, what I'm not going to say Doug's got to get out yet, but what I will say is that Doug, if he does not find an OC or delegate his power, man, oh man, I mean, we're in trouble. He's got to get the heck rid. I mean, he's got to stop calling plays altogether. It's bad. It's bad. What's the guy crying about Evan Ingram? I can't find his channel. His name's Cop Pizzle, and he's a farmer, and he's probably crying. And he's got to shave his head, too. Don't know if I mentioned that, but I can't wait to see that. But I guess we'll read some of these. I guess I'll give a final take here. Appreciate everybody that came out tonight and hung out. Again, Eagles did not look good for this entire game. Won it in the last 5 minutes. Heroic 2 drives by Carson and Boston Scott. Eagles finally woke up, but there's a lot to be fixed on his offense, defense, special teams. Doug's play calling. I mean, the 2-point conversion. I still want to hear what he has to say about that. Calling the same play twice. Called it last week, said he ran out of red zone plays. Calls the same play again. Don't understand. And, you know, the injuries are stacking up and just a lot went wrong. But somehow, some way, the Eagles saved their season tonight with a win. That's really all I got right now. I think we covered everything. Tomorrow in the final thoughts vid, I'm going to go back and look at a little more, but there's still a lot that needs to change on this team, honestly. Still a lot that needs to change. We were making the Giants look good. Both teams are trash and need to do better. Didn't they win the Super Bowl in 2018? No, we won it in 2017. Crazy how in the beginning we had 10-6 or 11-5 expectations. Boy, oh boy, was I wrong. We were all wrong, man. I knew we would have injuries, but like this amount of injuries and just the way we are playing, it's crazy. I'm just glad we won a division game. We didn't give the Giants that first win in 4 years, and I'm happy about it. But they're going to be coming for their revenge in a few weeks, so don't worry. Djax is taking up a roster spot. So is Alshon. Alshon's on the active roster. I don't get it. Am I the only one that thought Nathan Gary played solid? I thought there was still some bad plays, but he played well. The linebacker core played well. Duke Riley made some nice tackles. Singleton, they played well. I can't lie. They did. Finally. Not going to be consistent, though. Those 2-point conversion plays are just weird calls. It's very weird. Lining Wentz up and having him run out of the shotgun. I don't get it. Oh, man. George W. saved Doug's head. The pitchforks were lit. Heard Djax might have tore his ACL. I'll be completely honest with you. And on my final thoughts vid tomorrow, obviously we go over the injury report. At first I thought that Djax got hit in the head. I thought he, might have had a concussion, and it was a late hit, and I hope the refs get looked at. But let me tell you, when Djax got up and he couldn't put pressure on his leg, it sucks I have to say this, but as an Eagles fan, I have to expect the worst. I got to expect the worst. Like, it did not look good. So, I mean, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Doug's biggest issue is he won't give up offensive play calling. Exactly. That's the biggest problem. The biggest problem. I agree. I'm a Gary guy. Great stream. Keep up the grind. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate everybody in here. 52 Walker needs to play linebacker. I'm glad we use our second round pick on a backup QB that sees the field. That's what, look, I still don't understand the quarterback, use here. Like, yeah, he puts a spark in the offense, but he's a second round pick and he could get hurt. I don't get it, man. Someone in here said 100. Hey, we got 100 likes up in the chat. Appreciate everybody. Hit that like on your way out. Hit that subscribe. Before we get out of here, let me get in the chat. Let me get a yes, sir, and a fly, Eagles, fly. Let me get some hype up in this chat because we got to go to sleep on a good note, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly. That is what I'm talking about. Don't know how they did it, but they did it. Hey, everybody that's in here right now, when we get up out of here, go check out my live reaction video. I posted my live reaction to the end of this game. It's only a couple minutes. I definitely want you guys to see that because I thought it was pretty tough. I liked it. All my real ones in here, go check my game reaction out to the end of this game. Be in line for my video tomorrow. And again, we got some crazy things coming. Check the community post because next week we're going to have a live call-in show. We're going to do something crazy for Eagles-Cowboys week. With that being said, appreciate everybody. Hit the like on the way out. Hit, as my guy, I was on Philly Notion's channel earlier, as he said, go ahead and hit that subscribe. I said hit that subscribe. Hit that subscribe. Ding that notification bell. I appreciate you guys the long way, man. And with that being said, fly, Eagles, fly, RB, Philly take with RB. Eagles win it 22-21, and they move to 2-4-1 and sit atop the NFC Least, worst division of all time. Check out my reaction video. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.